Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is January 11th, 2025. Have a nice month, everyone. And the top news about cryptocurrencies is as follows. And I want to tell you that with today's episode that starts the month, there is also the birth of Bitcoin. Yesterday was, to be more precise, and specifically again, the Bitcoin white paper turned 17 years old because it was first released on October 31st, 2008. A year after the release of the white paper, the same Bitcoin network was launched, and Bitcoin as a currency. And since then, it has begun a journey that no one expected to be at this point today, and we don't even know its future. And let me tell you that today has become a particularly important day, and it's something that very important people are tweeting about, like the 79th Secretary of the Treasury of America, who writes that 17 years ago, the Bitcoin white paper was released. Bitcoin as a network is still functional and more addictive than ever. Bitcoin has never stopped. So as you can see, yesterday was quite a significant day, and we move on to our ETFs, where we see the incomprehensible, and that is that BlackRock published its data, and there are 3 companies that have not done so yet. But all this does not matter so much because the big players have shown what they have done. As a result, on October 31st, we have outflows of $191 million, while for Ethereum ETFs, outflows are at $98 million. Continuing, let me tell you about ETFs, that Canary Capital is preparing the stage for a spot XRP ETF, which will be released on November 13th from what it seems at the moment. So we have an XRP ETF that we're waiting for. And while we're on the subject of XRP, let's go to Ripple, which does something very typical every month. That is, every month it unlocks 1 billion XRP coins, which are worth $2.5 billion as of this writing. Let's just say that there's something that's not being said about the coins that are unlocked every month. It's that not all of those coins are being used. Essentially, Ripple is using a portion of those coins and relocking the rest. Typically, as the article says, about 200 to 300 million XRP are being used, and the rest are relocked to be unlocked in a month, and that's the cycle of XRP. And from Ripple and XRP, we're going to go to Tether, which announced a profit of $10 billion for 2025. And to give you an idea of how big that number is, let me tell you that Bank of America, for now, it had announced a profit of $8.9 billion. So as we see, Tether is a very big monster in the market, and this will increase more. And from Tether, it's time to go to a new trend that has broken the cryptocurrency market thanks to Coinbase's x402 protocol, which we have analyzed a lot in Crypto News. Let's put it simply, it is a protocol that allows artificial intelligence agents to carry out transactions autonomously over the internet, and blockchain has seen a 10,000% increase in transaction activity in a month. And if we look at our statistics, we will see that transactions do not want to stop, and just yesterday they reached a new all-time high. And the reason, what do you think it is? Because it is used a lot, or for other reasons, and for better or worse, the reason is that thanks to this protocol, one can create their own coins. So a new market has opened up, the x402 ecosystem, whose coins are coins that were created, as far as I understand, with the x402 protocol. And obviously, as you can see, most of them are garbage. They are just meme coins that exploit the technology and the hype of the market to make easy money. Some of them may be serious, but most of them are garbage. And that's why the volume and transactions have increased so much. First of all, as I said, this is a protocol and all cryptocurrencies can use it to build something more useful. And according to Charles Hoskinson, he says that this is very big for Cardano because there is a user who announced a proof of concept, which is not even a demonstration, a very primitive idea. And this idea is to bring the x402 protocol essentially to Cardano. According to this user, he wants to create a meme coin mint with this protocol on Cardano, but I hope it will have more useful uses. Continuing on Cardano, since we are on that topic, we will go to Midnight, the first partner chain on Cardano. You know all about it thanks to Crypto News, and let me tell you that its airdrop was successfully completed, and now we have essentially reached the Scavenger Mine, where you can use your computer to mine coins. The positive thing about the whole thing is that it is not like Bitcoin that will bring your computer to its knees. It will just use a little of the browser you have. And we will end our episode with our typical cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin at $110,000. And one person who believes a lot in Bitcoin is none other than Mr. Michael Saylor, who says that Bitcoin It could reach $150,000 by the end of 2025. I don't know how that could happen, but Mr. Michael Saylor believes so. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is January 11th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only, and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.